Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Kate here with another horse life video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming development coming to horse life, including this Friday's update, which will be tomorrow, and future species coming to the game. With that said, make sure to like and subscribe because we have a lot to get into. The first thing we'll be talking about is the Halloween update that we'll be releasing tomorrow on October 10th around 8 p.m. EST. We'll be getting returning Halloween mini games such as the Caramel Apple Design, Cafe Coffee Design, Corn Maze and Pumpkin Gathering, Cornfield Defense and Hide and Goal, Halloween's Wishing Fountain, as well as the Questline and Gotcha, and of course the Goldsteed breeding license will be returning this year, so if you didn't get it last year, you'll be able to get it this year. We also will be getting a new mechanic or a new mini game with NPCs trick-or-treating. It basically will have up to 12 NPCs spawning randomly at a time, specifically around the lobby, and you can interact with them to trick-or-treat. There is a chance to earn candy and currency, or there is a chance to receive a trick where you might get flung off your horse. To help earn points, you will have quest and bond activities like eldering your horses, boss fights, and more to help you earn those points. We'll also be getting a Halloween event content drop, which will have the new Hot Mare species coming into the game. We also have new traits coming for the Goldsteed, as well as new Halloween tack and limited wings. We will also be getting new capsules that will be coming with the Halloween event. So basically, this Halloween update will be a lot like last year's Halloween update with a few new things and a brand new species coming with the Halloween event. After we have the Halloween event, we will have a new boss fight horse species, the Seraph. They will be releasing on October 24th at 3 p.m. EST. The Seraph is a biblically inspired horse, a being of radiant divinity and shadowed grace, said to be the true original steed of Aetherion. The Seraphs embodied both creation and corruption, their forms reflecting the balance between light and dark. So the Seraph is a boss fight horse, which means you guys will be able to obtain this species from likely fighting the boss and getting a crate or a special capsule from the boss after defeating it. It may be only in the tier 3 or 4 bosses, as we don't know when the new tier boss is going to come out, but there has been talks about it more recently. They sound pretty hard to obtain from the boss fight, but my guesses are it's probably going to be you can obtain this creature from the capsules or a crate after defeating the boss in a specific tier. I doubt it's going to be in the tier 1 or 2, as this seems like an exclusive rarity horse, which means it will be a lot harder to get than a normal typical horse from the boss. The next species we're going to be talking about is the Nefurion. This is actually a backlog species, meaning that this has no current release date and is currently still being worked on when it will be released. The Nefurion will be Horselife's first official crossbreed only species. They are still ironing out the details of how crossbreeding will work in Horselife to avoid being horrendous to breeding projects and such. More will come on that later, so right now they don't have much information about how this is going to work. They just know that this will be the first official crossbreed species. The Nefurion is a horse similar to the hippocampus, where its back legs are missing in place of a mystical cloud formation. Nefurions will also display a unique web characteristic from their body and tail. Since the Nefurion is the first crossbreed species, we don't really know too much about how it's going to work when it comes to crossbreeds. I do have a few kind of predictions on how it's kind of going to work. Basically, I think crossbreeds will be attainable through breeding a specific two breeds together. An example would be, since this is the first crossbreed, it would probably be a mix between the hippocampus and the celestial, and if you bred those two together, you'd have a very low chance of getting the Nefurion from breeding those two species together. My hopes are that these crossbreed species will be infertile and only obtainable through breeding the two specific breeds together. While my hope might make it seem impossible to get the species or too hard, it would still make these species very valuable and harder to obtain, as currently each species seems pretty easy to obtain. It will also be slightly realistic, as mules in real life cannot reproduce with another mule, as it's not common, although some mules have been found to reproduce, so maybe there could be a mutation that's extremely rare that could be added to the crossbreed only species that gives them the ability to breed with their own species. I'm just hoping that either way, getting crossbreeds will be harder to obtain, as I feel like the current horse breeds are fairly easy to get, even the event ones included. The developers are still working on a system for the crossbreed, so nothing is official yet on what I'm saying. It's just kind of my thoughts on how it might work. The next horse that we will be getting is the Wishing Well horse, and it says 1 out of 3, so there's probably going to be 2 other species of these Wishing Well horses. I'm not too sure about what they are, as all we have is just a release date, which is November 14th at 8 p.m. EST. We have nothing on the information of what the source is going to look like, how you guys can obtain it, and all the stuff like that. We just know that that's when it's going to be releasing. Since it is far out, they don't have much detail kind of public right now. The Christmas event will be happening on December 5th at 8 p.m. EST. It's going to be just like the one last year that we had for the Christmas event. Now, we don't know what's going to be coming for new species wise and new mini games, as that is pretty far out ahead, but we do know the release date. We also have a real life species coming on December 26th at 4 p.m. EST. I'm not too sure on what the species is going to be, but it will be a real life species. My guesses on what this horse species might be is an Arabian, a Frisian horse, or even a Mustang. Those are my 3 guesses on what it could possibly be for the real life species, but we don't know too sure about what it is, as that's very far ahead and close to New Year's. So we'll figure that out later on, and I'll probably do a video on that whenever that does come out, but for now we don't know much about it. But that is everything I have for you guys today in the video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope this was informative to all of you watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.